She was called Marilyn Monroe, the woman who could stop the world with a single smile. The woman who made every camera fall in love. And yet, behind that dazzling glow lived a fragile soul, quietly breaking. She was beauty and tragedy, desire and loneliness, wrapped in silk and diamonds. Born as Norma Jean Baker on June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, her life began far from the luxury and fame that would one day define her. Her mother suffered from mental illness, and little Norma Jean was sent from one foster home to another, never truly belonging anywhere. She grew up craving love, learning to survive in a world that often forgot her name. At 16, desperate to escape the foster system, she married a neighborhood boy, James Dougherty. It was not love, only safety. When he went off to war, she went to work in a factory, polishing airplane parts for the military. And one ordinary day, a photographer noticed her, a single moment that would change everything. His picture turned the forgotten girl into a dream. Soon, she began modeling, and in 1946, she signed a contract with 20th Century Fox. That's when Norma Jean became Marilyn Monroe, a new name for a new life. But the studio didn't just give her a name, they created an image. They bleached her hair, reshaped her smile, told her how to move, how to speak, how to breathe. And she obeyed because she wanted to be seen. The world fell in love with her. In the 1950s, she became the golden girl of Hollywood, starring in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, How to Marry a Millionaire, and The 7-Year Itch. The scene of her white dress flying over a subway grate became an icon, a symbol of glamour and temptation that would never fade. But Marilyn wanted more. She wanted to be taken seriously, to be understood not as a fantasy, but as a woman. She studied acting at the famous Actors Studio in New York under Lee Strasberg. She read philosophy, poetry, and art. She was intelligent, sensitive, and deeply self-aware. A dreamer trapped inside a role she didn't choose. Her performances in Bus Stop and Some Like It Hot finally proved her talent. She won a Golden Globe and the respect of critics who once mocked her. For a moment, she felt seen. Yet behind the spotlight, her personal life was collapsing. Her marriages crumbled. First to Dougherty, then to the baseball legend Joe DiMaggio, whose love turned into jealousy, and finally to the playwright Arthur Miller, who loved her mind but couldn't heal her heart. She suffered from insomnia, depression, and endless self-doubt. Pills became her comfort, then her prison. The same fame that lifted her up was slowly crushing her. And still the world watched. The headlines fed on her pain. The cameras captured her tears. Then came the whispers. The rumored affairs with President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert. The fantasy of America's most powerful men falling for Hollywood's most fragile woman. She was everywhere, yet more alone than ever. On August 5, 1962, Marilyn Monroe was found dead in her Los Angeles home. She was only 36, the official cause, an overdose. But the mystery never died. Was it an accident, a cry for help, or something far darker? No one knows for sure. What is certain is that the world lost more than a movie star that night. It lost a dream built on beauty, fame, and illusion. Marilyn Monroe became a legend. Her face, her voice, her laughter, immortalized forever. She became a symbol of Hollywood's light and its shadow, of desire and despair, of the cost of being adored by millions yet loved by none. She once said, "I just want to be wonderful." And in her own heartbreaking way, she was. Even now, decades later, her name still glows like starlight. Her image still whispers through time, soft, mysterious, unforgettable. She reminds us that behind every perfect smile may live a story of pain. Behind the dream, a heart that simply wanted to be loved. Marilyn Monroe, the girl who turned sorrow into stardust, the woman who gave her soul to the world and never got it back. A symbol, a mystery, a legend, forever shining, forever alone, forever beautiful.